But shout out to everybody that's tuned in, that's liked the stream. Ill Will, super chatting. I know it's been since Friday since it went live. I didn't go live yesterday. I really didn't have a solid topic. So if I don't have a solid topic that I'm into, I'm just not going to be able to go live, you know. But I saw this and I actually posted it on my timeline today. Let's go to the screen. This is what I posted on my Twitter timeline today. This female was actually, her and her boyfriend was in front of a T-Mobile store that had been vandalized. And they took the opportunity to record themselves. Shout out to Genuine Trucker. Antoine, I appreciate that, man. Salute to Antoine. Shout out to you, man. Salute to Vern. Yeah, we definitely have to wake up and do better. That's why I wanted to do this stream. I wanted to keep up the logical talk with y'all.
It's getting tribal AF out here. Black people better wake up.
Absolutely, bro. And I want to do my part as a content creator is to keep things as calm and logical as possible, because some people are really starting to make this affect them to levels of which it shouldn't. Because there's a lot of moving parts that really have, black people are a small part of it. There's a different force. And again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I have my theories on certain things and that have proven to be factual. There are people co-opting black people like they have for the last 40, 50 years. This is no different. This is why you can't allow your emotions to control you. Now, I've sat back for the last, 3 days, and I've had to watch what's been going on social media. And I want to try my best not to go too far off, because I want to keep everything clear. But I've been very I've been seeing this behavior. But we're going to get into it, man. Let me go ahead and like stream. Make sure you like the stream. Let me go ahead and shout out everybody that's here. Lou, J Wolf, Young Jay, True, Naima, Buckner was good. Young Jay, Mellow Bird, Vern 85, Elijah, Angelo, excuse me. Sovereign, Kate, T Malone, B Friends, David, Truly, Woody Tails, Vern, see Dee, Ill Wills, okay. See True H. C Sauls. That's how you say your name. Antoine. Mr. Mercenary. Hammurabi. J Rich TV. Sarah Lou, what's up? King Ace. China White. Meanest Nice Guy. Liana. This is why, and we're going to get into it, man. This is why I tell black people, be logical, man. Do not allow your emotions to get the better of you. Because when you do, you lose. It was good, Alien. Obi. Like the stream, people. You cannot allow your emotions to get the better of you, because what's going to happen is they can control you. Why do you think you have so many non-blacks siding with you? Because they know that at the end of all of this, you gain nothing. Yes, you have the heartstrings of America and the world, but what is going to be done with it? Absolutely nothing, and they know this. So they're okay with siding with you. They're okay with championing your cause, marching and protesting with you because they know you're not going to gain anything. You're going to be in the same situation you've been in. You can't see China White. Well, she's in the chat. She peeked in. I don't know if she's still here. That's why I'm telling black people, I've been putting up posts on Instagram, just trying to keep y'all in a very balanced state of mind and to understand that you have tomorrow to fight for. Stop burning yourself out on today. I know a thing or two about this. I've burnt myself out a number of times doing YouTube. Why do you think I've had to go and change different directions, man? Because if you're talking about something and you're passionate about it, you're going to run yourself into the ground and you may not be able to recover from that. Okay, that's China right there. You say she's driving. So I'm trying to tell people who are so emotionally overtaken by this, understand you still got black people taking each other's lives every day now. You still have that. You still got black people who are going to harm themselves. They've been harming black businesses all weekend.
Cops killed that Louisville barbecue owner. Unforgivable.
Appreciate that shot. That's why, again, now there have been black people calling out the behaviors of the Caucasians, the organized terror group that have been in and out of these protests, and they've been causing havoc in your community now. They've been causing havoc in your community. You got these white boys causing havoc in y'all community, the black community, right? They're causing havoc and they're going to go right back to the suburbs like ain't nothing happened. Because a lot of those dudes in that group don't like y'all. They'll band together with y'all to cause havoc and chaos. Now, I will say this, though. We can't say it's all white people because I saw what black people did in Florida. I saw them hopping on that truck.
The blood of our ancestors want revenge. I agree.
I saw people in I saw them dudes in South Florida hopping on that truck. Y'all may have seen the video. So we can't say it's just white people doing it. I saw black people running in and out of stores, grabbing shit. So we know it's a combination of them and us that is doing this. But these people don't understand you're going to get caught because some of that stuff y'all taking probably have tracers on them. And y'all are out here running up in these businesses.
Trophy.
Appreciate that, China White. Shout out to China White with the trophy. Give me the trophy. What's good, Ricky? Y'all, you got grown men going into these purse shops. They grabbing a whole bunch of purses, a whole bunch of shoes. I didn't see nothing about the wigs and weave shop. I can only imagine. How many of y'all think that the weave stores was one of the first ones to get raided? Probably had a bunch of, if y'all could find, I wish somebody had video of it, man, of people going in there getting the wigs and the weaves. I bet the majority of them were males because they know exactly where to go with it. Dudes grabbing a whole bunch of purses, running out of the stores. It's just crazy. Yeah, exactly. You're taking electronics. They're going to track all that shit. They're going to track all of that stolen goods. A lot of the stolen goods that y'all going to be walking around with over the summer. They're going to track some of that stuff. They're still going in stores, robbing them. Just like, now, what are people going to do this summer? Because what we were looking forward to was to be able to leave, right? To be able to leave and go out and do stuff. What we going to do now if there ain't no stores to go to, ain't no restaurants to go to, because they done been tore up? Shout out to Young Jaye, 2 more black men killed. I heard about the situation in Louisville. The one of the officers, I think, was it the police chief, got fired by the mayor, right?
2 more black men killed 3D yesterday by cops.
It's crazy, man. So we really have to get our bearings. Now, to the topic of this particular stream. This is a video that I came across today, okay? This was let's see. This was like like a couple of videos I saw today, but this was the main one. Apparently, this particular female is an influencer, right? So she decides to go and take this picture and probably gonna put up a black fist and talk about Black Lives Matter. Y'all know that same mumbo jumbo y'all seeing from these influencers blackening out their profile pics, but they probably don't even have black friends. They don't even like to be around black people. They clown them probably. But they're all about, let's come together and let's be friends, right? Let's support those people. That's what type of person this is. So there was a woman recording this, okay? So let's hear what she has to say.
Girl is making her boyfriend take a picture of her in front of a smashed T-Mobile. Oh my God. This girl is making her boyfriend take a picture of her in front of a smashed T-Mobile. Oh my God.
You know what's crazy? She was probably going to do that first. But y'all know she knew exactly what that girl was thinking. I'm telling y'all, a lot of those chicks know what each other are thinking, man. They know exactly what each other are thinking in these particular situations, man. They know that these chicks right here are out here clout chasing, doing the most, taking photos as if they care. Look at that, took the photo and walked away. They're probably gonna take about 5 of these and put it on IG tonight. It's like, I was there. Look at all the carnage. We need to come together. We're all one family. Black fist, white fist, brown fist. That's what you're gonna see tonight when they post this. Now, this wasn't the only one. There was another video. This was the other video I came across. Now, this was a post from Ava DuVernay. Now, I want y'all to take a look at this video. Now, take a look at the transition in this video.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really. Oh, boyfriend. Good job, guys. CLM.
She got the guy. I guess the guy's working there, so he allowed her. Not allowed her, but I guess he took the picture of her doing that, or with her, and she's getting a photo taken from the other side. Complete clout. Even Ava DuVernay is calling it out. Even Miss Social Justice herself is calling this out. This is what's going on out here. We are in the clout chasing age.
Shout out to Jay and the chat, keep exposing them.
Appreciate that, Illadre. But this is the amount of clout chasing that is going on as we speak. Let's see what the comments are saying. Reporter fakes activism. Oh, that's her Twitter. Oh, no, they got a Twitter. Oh, she done took that Twitter down. Let's see. Instagram photo shoot for her. So pathetic. This crop of youth do not live in the real world. Their self-worth derives from the virtual world. And that's where we're at. We're at a time where attention seeking is currency. Getting likes on social media is currency. That's all they care about. They live in a virtual world. No matter how attractive she is, if she has a following on social media, she cares more about that. And what these particular people don't understand, I mean, it's not just women doing it. You got males doing it as well. A lot of these guys who claim they for the people, but they sleeping white at night. Yeah, those guys. It messes up their relationships because they have a warped sense of reality and entitlement. And with that, it affects who they're with, because the guy is going to, you know, depending on his ideology, is going to see the world one way, she's going to see it another. And she is going to live off the amount of following or attention she get on social media from all these different guys who are telling her what she wants to hear, who are hitting her up, who are selling her dreams. So therefore, she's going to have a sense of entitlement in that relationship. Let's see. Yeah, they found her at. Oh, this is it's another person. Let's keep exposing these clowns on IG. Samantha Katie said, people choose to be born black in America. Here's the screenshots of her story. Oh boy. This is a post to black people. Relax. Take it as a challenge. Makes you stronger. You choose to be born as colored person in America for a reason. To learn a certain lesson. Accept it as it is. Till now, hunger and poverty still exists. I'm not reading the rest of this. It's this whole trying to sound intelligent doesn't work for some people, because you still come off as stupid. This is somebody who, again, doesn't really like black people, but when it's time to virtue signal, they will get on social media. Okay? And this is what goes on. She done put the page off, put the page on private. Oh man. And she locked her page. Deborah Messon. Speaking of clout chasing, this is y'all know what the definition of washed up. This is somebody that's washed up, crazy, get on social media and want a virtue signal. But you're part of the problem. You're part of that privilege that you claim that you want to stop. Let me tell you something. If you're born Caucasian, you're not going to be able to stop it. Yeah, facts with Fiona.
S. Laura's gone BS. Laura's so you can't blame Timmy. Dwayne Carter.
Appreciate that, Mr. Wright. But most of these Caucasians are on Twitter right now, virtue signaling, as if they understand the black experience. They don't understand nothing about being black. The only thing they know about black people is what they see in movies and TV shows. They would not want any of us moving to their neighborhoods. No matter how educated we are, no matter how successful we are, we move to their neighborhoods, they don't want to be around us. But on social media, they want a virtue signal. They want to put up posts pretending like they're there on the front lines, like Nick Cannon and some of these other people. It's just crazy. The clout chasing is real, and they're using you black people. They're using you as a way to prove that they're for everybody. And you got these blue check marks. First of all, what does it take to get a blue check mark? Can anybody explain to me what does it take to get a blue check mark? I'm trying to figure it out. What does it take to get a blue check mark? It must be I guess you have to be left leaning. You have to be a beta male. You gotta go at Trump. You gotta defend women. Like, what does it take, especially for a man, to get a blue check mark? Because I'm seeing people with blue check marks at like 3,000 followers. You know? So what does it take to get a blue check mark? Look at that. You got Garcelle. You got Garcelle there. Rosanna Arquette. Got a couple blue check marks there. Pretending like we don't know what white privilege is. These will be the same ones that will be. These will be the same ones that will be on Instagram acting as if they care about black people, if they're ready to go march and protest. But I guarantee you, one of you black people, they see you in their neighborhood, they're calling the police. They are putting this particular female on blast, man. It's crazy. Okay, let's see if we got some more here. Oh yeah, this was one definitely clout chasing. Clout chasing definitely was in that. Oh, there was a lot of clout chasing in that one, definitely. But yeah, man, that's what I was seeing today. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. I don't care if people. Okay, someone said to get a blue check mark, your name is in a publication 3 times, magazines, newspapers, and websites. So you have to be talked about. in a couple different. Okay. Because once I get my followers up, I want me a blue check mark too. Because I mean, I can't be as bad as these other people. Okay, let's see. Let's go back. Let's go back to Twitter real quick. Let's go back. Let me show y'all what I've been viewing today. Okay, hold on. Let me say this before I get to that. Now, I have no problem with people from other communities wanting to help and speak out and work to mend fences and put things together. But this is 2020, man. We should have gotten over that hump already. And what I truly feel is that you're going to have people who don't care nothing about black people pretending like they're at these marches, that they're protesting for us when it really is just a photo op. I saw this. Somebody put up a post on IG today, right? It was of this Caucasian dude, right? And I guess he's dating a black girl. He was on a TV show. He's on a Disney TV show, if I'm not mistaken. And he took a picture with her and another black female. They had masks on. And they were like, I think they said a black life is important, or I care about black lives. And it's like, if you want to see the definition of symbolism, that is what that is. That is the definition of symbolism. And also another clout. I wish I could find that post. She took it down. Karen Silver. I retweeted her too, man. Karen Silver had on this outfit that people were clowning her, saying that she was out of touch. Now, she took the post down. And I thought I saved the picture. I want y'all to see this picture. Hold on. Let me show y'all this picture real quick. I want y'all to see this picture, man, of Karen Silver with this outfit on, man. Speaking of virtue signaling, man, just off now, somebody already said that this is all. I think all of this is off-white clothing. And if y'all don't know Virgil, he runs Off-White clothing. And he went viral because he only donated $50 to the Save the Protesters Fund to keep them out of jail, or, to bail them out. And, people were canceling him yesterday. I put the video up briefly, but I took it down. What's one of the first things that come to mind when you see that, man? When you see that, what's one of the first things that come to mind, man? Y'all see, she got a shirt. She got a shirt with this dude's face on it. And they was trying to cancel her this morning. Like, what is this? And she got the Yeezy slippers on. Like, she really thought she was... I guess she was, maybe this was her way of having solidarity with Virgil. Because they were trying to cancel Virgil yesterday. Maybe this is her way of, being in solidarity with Virgil. But you have to ask yourself, why would you walk out the house like that? Now, again, I've seen dudes wearing crazy stuff, right? But you got this man's face on your shirt. Now, this could have a number of meanings. Okay? This could have a number of meanings, but we want to know, Karen, why would you want to wear that? And she's wondering why people are canceling her. Or they did, Abby? They got her license plate? Or are you talking about the girl I was speaking about earlier? Well, that's crazy too. But I just wanted y'all to see that. And I wanted to know your thoughts on this because the clout chasing is so real. So real. These celebrities are going above and beyond to get their retweets and to get some attention. Now let me go back. Now what we gonna do is we just gonna take a look at what I've had to view all day for the weekend. For the last couple of days, I've had to view Twitter because my mind is like almost kind of exhausted by the amount of shit that I've been seeing. If it wasn't for making content, I wouldn't even be on social media like that. But I want y'all to see what I've had to see. What's going on? People getting canceled left and right. Okay. Well, let's see what this is about. They're talking about bonnets. Let's go to... Oh, shit. Let's see what he was saying. Let's see what this guy was saying. Twitter reacts to Kings announcer Grant Napier being forced to resign after trolling DeMarcus Cousins with an All Lives Matter tweet. Former Kings players say he's been a closet racist and his dismissal was long overdue. This is when trying to be funny goes wrong. Listen, man, as a white male, I'm sorry, white men, because people convince you that you control the world and you're so powerful, you can't even tweet All Lives Matter for the powerful white males out there. Because y'all know, you got black women that say that, we're conquered, we're dominated, but you got white men having to resign.
Most of those people are only out there for clout and opportunity. They don't care about black people at all.
Appreciate that, William. Salute to William for that. Let's see. Because, hold on. So, Grant Napier is being forced to resign due to trolling. I'm telling y'all, some people can troll and some people can't. And as a Caucasian male, you got to be careful about how you troll. Because even though you may be convinced and other people will convince you that you're greater than, you're more powerful than everybody else. You have women saying that we as black men were conquered and all this and that.
Influencers are clout chasing so bad that they are canceling each other. Emma Watson was canceled for posting 3 black squares on Instagram. I have yet to see one celebrity in the protest risking it with other black PPL.
Appreciate that, man. And you're not going to see that. You're not going to see, okay, you're not going to see Caucasian people going out here risking themselves, especially, I'm not saying the celebrities. You're not going to see white celebrities, even a lot of these black celebrities, you're not going to see them risking their health out there. They're full of shit, okay? They're not risking anything. They're just looking for retweets and they're looking for follows. They're looking to be seen as a leader. I haven't seen a leader yet. You know why I ain't seen no leader? is because you got these same people who are nothing more than puppets, okay? They're puppets. They're controlled by other people. And when you have to apologize, when you have to kowtow, when, step and fetch, when you have to be a complete clown for these same people you claim that you're fighting against, then I really have no respect for you being a leader whatsoever. To me, you're just somebody that gained a following, that has a lot of money, but that's
Shout
it.
out to Denzel Washington, cop whisperer.
He said that London link. Yeah, Denzel's definitely a cop whisperer. Denzel's a good guy. He's a very logical guy. And that's why I am of the mindset that we should speak logic back into a lot of these melanated men like Denzel. Because without that, you'll have a bunch of these dudes running around, without a cause. They're just running around here. But back to these celebrities. People want to know their opinions about political topics. I don't want to know their political leanings. I don't really care. To me, it is not worth it to sit up here and concern ourselves with their political leanings, because a lot of them have very stupid political leanings. They have, and we should not be asking these people what they believe in, who they follow, who they support. These people are bought and paid for. Even your leaders. This is why they point you in the direction of the Democrats so much. They're not even trying to be in the center like I am. They're not even trying to look for their best interests from both parties. What are you going to do for me? They're too busy trying to, once again, step and fetch, dance, be buffoons and clowns, and just be a complete sideshow for these same white liberals who do nothing but co-opt your movements. For the alphabet community that wants to turn into everything else matters. Salute to everybody that's here, man. Hit that like button. But you got these weak people who want to look up to celebrities. For what? There's nothing a celebrity can do that's going to better my life. There's nothing a celebrity can do that's going to better my life. Nick Cannon is out here looking for clout like the rest of them, because they would be trying to gain power for their communities, but they don't care about that most of the time. Just like these same women who are on the front lines, they spend most of the year trying to denigrate us as black men and talk about how we're not dateable. Y'all saw the video about the chick going off on black men because they haven't reached her standards. But now all of a sudden, because a black man's life has been taken, and that's the only time they seem to have any value to anybody, now all of a sudden the narrative changes. Now the narrative changes. Let's see. Let me get back to what I'm saying. Okay. Grant Napier resigning. As I was saying, you will have people in society, including your women, that's going to tell you that Caucasian males are more powerful than you, they're smarter than you, that you're conquered. But these men they will bend the knee faster than anybody. They will resign. They can't take public ridicule. They will fold like a napkin. And we have seen this. Okay, we have seen this. We've seen these guys fold, bend, and break because they are breakable. Now, this is a tweet from Grant. Now, it's very interesting that DeMarcus Cousins asked him that. Maybe they knew something about Grant. Maybe Grant was a guy, because it almost seemed like a setup, Grant probably a guy who's probably conservative, and they know that Grant is conservative, and that's why DeMarcus Cousins decided to tweet him. So he says, "Hey, how are you? Thought you forgot about me. Haven't heard from you in years. All lives matter, every single one." What's wrong with that tweet? Now, again, I don't know Grant. I don't know what he's done. Listen. I'm for black progression. Okay, I'm not for black regression like what's going on right now. That is what you call black regression. Okay, people feel sorry for us. That's not good. When other communities feel sorry for you, that is not good. That's not good. But with Grant, again, I don't know him. Grant could be a complete a-hole. And maybe that's why he's getting canceled now. He's being forced to resign because maybe he's just an a-hole to everybody he's around. But I will tell Caucasian people to stop with the all lives matter crap. Just say, you know what? I think that black lives do matter, and I would hope that black people will be able to progress and be able to do better and be better in our society. And I, as a Caucasian man, am going to help you do that. You know, that I guess that's the politically correct thing to say, right? But, you know, Grant, in that moment, because he probably, he's like, wow, I haven't talked to DeMarcus in a long time. I'm just an announcer. I guess he decided in that moment to say, you know what, I'm going to be honest and say, you know what, all lives matter, But what people are doing and what a lot of Caucasian people don't understand, they're using the whole all lives matter thing as a way to publicly ridicule you and get you canceled or get you fired. This is the levels that we have sunk to. We've sunk to levels to where if a non-melanated person says all lives matter, they try to cancel you. They try to get you fired. And I think Grant didn't understand that in that moment. Grant didn't understand that in that moment. Now, as far as the saying, in the moment of saying, well, helping black people, that's what they say they're going to do, but it never happens. So that's why I say they should just say that. But I would never resign over this. I would never resign, because of this. I wouldn't do that. Why is this GDS guy in here calling me names? Get the fuck out my chat, dude. You're an attention-seeking lame. There's always that one person that wants your attention. You can tell that this GDS guy didn't have a father, so he's looking for male energy. Bro, you ain't finding it from me. And I think I've seen you in my chat before talking, running your effeminate mouth, tapping your little fingers on your keyboard, trying to come at me, bro. There's always that one fatherless lame who can't get no attention from nobody that want to come at you. Well, you got the right one, sir. Because I will continue to call out the weak among us. I will continue to call out these weak, effeminate lames that want to get on keyboards and tap with their little fingers. Ain't never won a fight in their life, but they want to fight with the keyboards. They want to fight with the keyboards. Keyboard fighter. Yeah, keyboard fighter. He no different than these dudes that John Jones. Shout out to John Jones, man. John Jones snatched those spray cans out of those white boys' hands. That's how you do these guys that want to tap away on their keyboard, on their phones. Talking tough. But back to Grant. I think Grant got to understand something, man. They already had an opinion of you before DeMarcus Cousins tweeted him. They already had an opinion of Grant. And I think in that moment, DeMarcus wanted to expose Grant. Because again, we don't know how Grant is behind the scenes, but maybe he's a conservative. And I think DeMarcus wanted to expose something about him. Maybe he thought he would say that. Shane Dennis was an absolute no-brainer. There has been a dark cloud over his franchise for years. Oh, so that's why he tweeted him. He never liked He never liked DeMarcus Cousins. Yeah, he set that dude up, man. DeMarcus got his revenge, man. That's what it looks like, man. Looks like he got played, man. Grant, you got played, man. You got played. DeMarcus was gonna get that get back at you 3 years later. And that's what it seemed like. Yeah, but just like with John Jones snatching the spray cans out of the dude's hands, man. Yeah, we got keyboard fighters, man. They want to fight the power with their keyboards, man. They not getting out here doing Nathan. You see, let me tell y'all the difference between me and others, man. I'm not gonna sit on social media and tell y'all to do something that I wouldn't do. If I'm telling y'all to go and fight injustice, I'm gonna go out here and fight injustice. That's how a leader is supposed to. A leader is supposed to take. He's supposed to take the brunt of the criticism. He's supposed to take the brunt of whatever comes with whatever pushback that you are given in our society. Look at every movement that had leaders, man. What happened to those leaders? A lot of times those leaders were brutally either suppressed or just flat out killed. So when you see these guys hiding in their homes, live streaming, telling you what you should be doing, just ask yourself, what the fuck are you doing, sir? Or ma'am? Because everybody want to fight the power, but they ain't out fighting the power. You got a lot of mentally unstable people who are telling others to go do what they would never do. They're not built that way. They're not built that way. That's why we got a lot of people that they're not really built to confront anything. But they'll be the first ones to have something to say. Well, why don't you follow your own advice and go out there and fight the power for your people, man? Instead of shaming other people when you ain't getting off your goddamn porch to go do nothing, but you want to shame other people. All right, y'all go ahead and call and take some phone calls. Please don't be on the line too long. I'm trying to get as much people on as possible. Yeah, if you're protesting peacefully, then you're not going to have to worry about the police. But if you're throwing stuff at the police and you're trying to get in their face and be confrontational, if something pops off, that is because you're not having a peaceful protest. Peaceful protest is when you're able to march and you're able to basically hold court with the people who are around you and the people who may come and see you, whatever it is you're doing. But setting shit on fire and looting ain't nothing about that is protesting. You just trying to get free shit. Anybody want to call in, say some things? Hope y'all ain't calling it at once, man. There's people ask me why I don't speak on certain things publicly, like on YouTube. There's a reason, because a lot of things just shouldn't be said on YouTube. They're designated for Patreon, or I make it for members exclusive videos. But there's a lot of things I would like to say, but I don't really say it because you got snowflakes on social media. You got YouTube that is definitely against certain things being said. But I will make sure that I get my message across the way that I can. You know? But peacefully protesting, I ain't got no problem with that whatsoever. Everybody peacefully protests when they have an issue. But it's when you start to tear up your own shit is when it's no longer a peaceful protest and it's no longer defensible. But I'm seeing people like Tory Lanez, who I used to call Tory Lanez, defending it because this ain't his country, so he don't give a shit. Well, when you go back to Canada, bro, you don't have to deal with what we're dealing with. Your black communities ain't going to be ran into the ground like ours. I don't know who paying for all that. They say I don't know who paying for all that damaged property. I know that there was a guy who put up a GoFundMe because they ransacked his business, but not everybody's going to be able to do GoFundMes. The numbers in the chat, if you want to call in. Not everybody insurance is going to pay for all that damage. So I don't know what some of these businesses going to do. And black people were employed by some of those businesses. That Target that y'all laughed at being burnt down, black people worked there. It wasn't an all-white business. So they out of work. What they going to do? All them single mothers that work at Target, what they going to do? You got a bunch of single mothers that work at Target. How they gonna go to pay their bills? You got a bunch of people who don't work nowhere. They ain't got no place to stay. Out there ransacking places, and you know what's funny? They still ain't got no place to stay. They gonna be sitting on couches with brand new Jordans and Gucci purses, but they still ain't got no place to stay. All right, let's see who's here. Hold on. Let me gotta do the sound real quick. You live, but hold on, I gotta fix the sound real quick. Yo, you live, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Jay? This is Terrell from DC, man. How you doing?
Nothing much, man. What's going on, Terrell?
Not a whole lot, bro. It's been a minute. But no, it's a lot, man, that can be said about this whole situation. But one of the things you said that I really, really agree with was these entertainers, man. So let me put it like this. So a couple years ago, when a lot of things was going on in our community, and I said back when I was in high school, I used to support Michael Jordan because, you know, most of us as black men, that was where we invested a lot of our money. But when you look at the platform that Michael Jordan has, and I would even bring it more current to even look at, even though LeBron is typing, what is he actually doing? And the thing is, what frustrates me is it's easy for people to sit on a computer and type. At this point, let me speak for myself. I'm tired of seeing people with a name and with a platform just typing. I'm tired of that. We need to see some action, bro. And to be honest, somebody like LeBron, somebody of his caliber, he has such a platform that if LeBron actually said he's not going to play one more basketball game, that would shut the NBA. Like, dude, that would make such an impact from a financial standpoint. It would make such an impact. And the thing that really frustrates me the most is all of these white owners, and Jerry Jones especially. So all of y'all Dallas Cowboy fans, man, the hell with y'all. The reason why I have such a big issue because this dude was the same dude who had so much negativity to say about Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. And Colin Kaepernick didn't kill nobody when he took a knee. But then you got a police officer who posed in the same position, but somebody's life was taken. So we cannot sit here and act like there's not, you know, racist cops out here, even though we don't know the mindset of this individual. But the point is, it's not up for us to know. I don't think we're so mad because of what's going on. I think we're mad because there's not fair punishment handed out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm from D.C., and I'm not going to hold up the line too long, but just this year alone, we had a cop in PG County, Maryland, who shot a dude, a black cop. He shot a dude in his police car while the dude was handcuffed. He shot that dude on Monday, and he was charged on Tuesday. When a white cop shoots somebody, it seems like they take 3 and 4 days, sometimes weeks before they bring charges on these dudes. And that's what frustrates me, man. So, you know, AJ, like I said, man, I love your content, dude.
Cool.
Big shout out to you, man. Thank you for taking my call, and I'm going to keep listening there.
All right, cool, man. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you being a support.
No
man.
problem, bro. No
right.
problem.
All right, shout out to Terrell. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, what's happening, bro?
Nothing much, man. What's going on?
I'm hanging in there. Y'all talking about the riots and stuff like that.
Yeah, mainly.
well,
I would say mainly just the clout chasing, people taking photo ops and putting on social media, like they were there on the front lines and things of that nature. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm really not into the photo thing, my brother. But I'd like to say something if I could.
Okay. All right.
All right. I hear a lot of the media telling black folks, mainly, it's a lot of white folks out there doing damage too, but a lot of media saying, "Oh, be nonviolent." America was not founded on nonviolence. It was founded on "I'm gonna take it." When they wanted to come from under King George, they took it, and by any means necessary, they was violent. America was founded on violence, gonna end on violence. And the young folks getting tired of whatever, they gonna take it. So when these old folks telling you all the nonviolent things, they gotta understand America, man, is a violent country. Gonna always been that way. And it's good to see us realizing that the young folk not gonna take that position no more.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this though. Like, to me, if black people are going to take the violent route, like, you have to go all the way. Can't just be violent and stop. Because that's what, like you said, that's what America did. They went all the way in. They went all in. So the only way, if you're going to take that route, then you're going to have to go all the way again. There could be no going back.
I mean, they go all the way. Birth control, projects, killing us by food, killing us by drugs, killing us by TV, killing us by brainwashing us, thinking us that America's great. God bless America. No, God bless the world. America's still with the triple K's, man. I don't care how you say it, still is. And the biggest irony, biggest thing is the doctor who made the blood plasma. Can't think his name right now. That's the biggest. He was a black man. I can't think as I'm talking right now. The saddest story in American history is a black man who made the invention for blood plasma. Right, Dr. Charles Drew, I think it is. Anyway, when he made the blood plasma to help all people, and then he died from it because white folks wouldn't let him come in the hospital, and died of an invention he made. That's the biggest, saddest story in America.
Yeah, it is. And in those days, a lot of those, there's a lot of stories like that, man, just because of the rampant racism and bigotry.
Yeah. And the cop that killed that brother, you can see him positioning his knee. He was like a cat with a mouse. Cat with a mouse.
Yeah.
You never seen a cat with a mouse?
Yeah,
he playing with it.
Yeah, he didn't have no regard.
You can see him positioning his knee on that man's
He
neck.
He didn't have no regard for his life.
I got you.
Yeah, he didn't have no regard for that man's life. Yeah, but hey, bro, I gotta go to some more calls though. But I appreciate you calling in. All right.
All right, peace, man.
Peace, man. Peace, man. I want to get some more callers in, man. The lines are open now. I just think that we doing all this and we're not gaining any ground. That's the one thing that bothers me. And I know it ain't us just tearing up shit, but this is why you can't allow people to co-opt your movement. You can't have the alphabet community talking about we together in this, putting up rainbow black fists. Like, come on, man. You have to be able to look at who's around you. You can't monitor everybody, but if your leadership group is made up of questionable people, think about it. You live. What's going on?
doing?
I'm good. What's up?
Well, this has been on my mind for a long time now, and I know everybody probably subconsciously thinks about it, but like, why can't we ever have an efficient thing going, right? Like, why are things so temporary? I'm just very heartbroken because obviously people want to live their lives in the country and have their property and be able to walk on the street, like that man who was exercising on the street and he got shot by a group of rednecks. A woman, she got shot in her home. Why are we able to live our lives? Like, why do we have to be killed just for being there? You know what I mean? That's the problem.
I would tell you this because there are people who are not black who actually are afraid of black people, even though you would have people think that they are a superior race than you, but they still have fears too, and one of the fears is us. And I'm not saying in every situation, but I just think that they just have this irrational fear of black people. In some way, it manifests itself. Maybe not, maybe all the time, but it'll be once or twice where that irrational fear will pop up.
And that's the thing. Like, if all black people up and left, this country will go to shit, right away. I don't think they understand that the only reason why this country is still somehow managing, because I'm ready to go. Okay?
You ready to go?
As soon as the country burned down, I'm getting me a house.
Yeah, where you going?
Country.
Yeah, where you going?
I'm taking my family because I'm originally from Haiti, and we do have property over there. Like, my father, he lives in Haiti, so it's not like I don't have anywhere to go to. I have places to go, and it breaks my heart because I grew up in this country. I was born here, but my parents sent me to school in Haiti, and then I came back after the earthquake. That's the only reason why I came back. So, coming home to all of this bullshit, I'm not about that life. Like, this cannot be happening. You know what I mean? And I feel like if black people were to stick together more since the beginning, there's nothing wrong with supporting your own community and not hating other communities. Everybody else does it. It's a silent code. Everybody else supports their own without having to show it. Like, it's quite simple. My parents raised me that way. I have brothers. I worry about them every single day, and they're both black. So, any day I could get a phone call. Are you his sister? Oh, he just got shot on the street. What did he do? Oh, he was just working out. Oh, he was just walking. Oh, he was just doing this. Like, why do y'all have to go and be divisive? I know it's not on purpose, but since the beginning, we should have been tight. Like, we should have been on code on certain things. Everybody's trying to invite everybody to the cookout.
I will say this.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I will say this, and this is the one thing, is that most of the time we're at each other's throats. But in these situations, now we want to come together. Like, you can't build no community back together like that, because you're always going at each other for most of the year, but you only come together in these situations. That should never be the case, okay? But hey, I gotta take some more calls, okay? But I appreciate you calling in, all right?
All right, Jay.
All right.
You have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Bye. Shout out to her. I'm trying to get through as many of these calls as possible. All right. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Oh, Jay, what up, boy?
What's good with you, man?
Oh, no, man. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. I'm down here in South Boston, Virginia right now. We did a little protest and all. That shit was live, bro. I'm telling you, man. Real lit, real lit. I'm so glad to see, like, whole black community come together, bro.
Well, that's good. It was peaceful, you know.
Yeah, bro, it was so peaceful, bro. But like at the same time, you already know it's. I mean, like where I stay at, it's like a white town. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's black people here, but it's more white people.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's cool that y'all coming together. That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, bro. It was so peaceful though, bro. It was so much love out there, bro. So much love. Okay,
well, that's good. That's good to hear, man.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, yo, believe it or not, bro, I just tuned into your channel like today, bro. It's my first time watching your shit and tuning in, bro.
Your first day, first hour tuning in.
Yes, sir. Yeah, bro. No cap.
Oh, that's cool,
I'm watching
man.
you live right now. Like I'm watching you live and talking to you at the same time. This shit crazy.
Well, that's cool, man. That's cool to hear. First time caller, first time listener. Same time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Much love, bro.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir, man. I'm going to sub to you, bro.
Cool, man. Do that. Thanks.
Definitely.
All right, man. Shout out to the brother there, the young brother there. For tuning in. First timer. Shout out to all the first time people listening. You know, hopefully if you're new, you'll say something in the chat. Or, you know, like the stream. Yo, you're live. What's going on?
Hey, what's good, Jay Black? It's me, Saliba.
What's good, Saliba?
Not much. I just wanted to talk about this whole thing.
Okay.
I agree with you with the celebrity thing. A little tired of them speaking, typing on the computer, but they're never in the front line.
Right.
And I'm even going to include this. I know you don't like talking about other content creators, but I'm even going to include Tariq Nasheed in this. He talks all day, types all day on Twitter, but the dude is never in the front. He's never out there. You know what I'm saying? He's never out there. And it's not just him. He's to the lesser, but Nick Cannon, you know what I'm saying? Tory Lanez. That's what, like you said, you call him Lanez, I call him Lanez. Him too, destroy this, destroy that. Bro, you can't keep destroying stuff because, like you said in another video, they come to your area, then you don't want them to get destroyed.
Yeah,
I got ripped one day. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say it's gonna be a major hangover in the next couple of weeks at all the destroyed property, and people are gonna have to live in those neighborhoods and see what has been done. The reality is gonna set in. It ain't setting in now because right now they're in anger mode, but it's soon gonna set in as to what happened.
Oh yeah, and then they're gonna be looking to the government to pay for everything.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, oh man, what I want to say, I lost my thought. Yeah, Tory Lanez, they're not going to come to you. Like, there was this lady, this Instagram model named King Stephanie. Okay? She typed on how it was glorious, how it was burning down the police station and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, what about the people at Target that lost their jobs?
Yeah, black people.
Stuff like that. Yep. I'm like, yo, oh yeah. I say I live in New Jersey. What if they come to my job, burn my job down? Where am I going to work? I don't want to go on unemployment because the fear of losing a job is that's always been a fear to me. She's going to simply say, "Shut the fuck up." That's what she told me. Shut the fuck up and block me.
Yeah, well, these people they love it as long as it ain't near them. You know.
Oh yeah, of course. And this is what leads me to why I don't support Democrats. I don't support Republicans, but because both of them are really trying to gain black votes off of this stuff. If you hear the stuff they're saying and stuff like that, they're trying to play on the sympathy of George Floyd. Both sides. It's on Twitter. I mean, it's obvious. I'm like, yo, both Democrats and Republicans need to shut the hell up because at the end of the day, neither one of y'all care.
Yo, somebody in the chat said
Tariq
Tariq was in Atlanta
selfish gain.
walking,
And most black chicks are hypocrites.
with the people.
They talk this ish now, yet call the cops on
in a peaceful protest now. In a peaceful protest.
Cops pull guns on cause of black.
Okay. If you wasn't, then I apologize for that. But you got some of these dudes who be talking on pro-black talk all day. Oh man. Yo,
I know. Listen, I've been seeing them on Twitter. I've been seeing them on Twitter all weekend, so I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, come on, man, with this and stuff like that. As far as the white people that's destroying stuff, I believe some of them are actually racist.
They are.
I really do. I really believe some of them actually, they just want to take this opportunity to destroy our community. You know. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you run a good show.
All right, cool. Thanks for that, Saliva. I appreciate it. All right.
No problem, man.
All right, shout out to Saliva with the call. Chris, you made your point. You don't have to keep bringing it up in the chat, bro. Yo, you live. What's good?
Good, Jay. Shut.
What's good with you?
Man, not so good, man. Just a little upset with the mayor. It's going down right now in Oakland, man.
Well, it is. Is it? Are they rioting out there too right now?
That's the thing. It's a difference between we chased out all the Antifa white boys.
Oh yeah,
they had to go to Richmond.
Yeah, they gonna find a place to go and cause havoc.
That's in the chat.
Yeah, all these gangs, all these neighborhood gangs. You need to actually run. If you run those neighborhoods, you need to go and protect those neighborhoods. Then.
Yeah, the only people I'm mad at, I'm looking at a lot of the gangsters, a lot of the hood dudes. It's like, y'all supposed to be our army. I kind of wish they had teamed up with some of the parents that were organizing these peaceful protests, because that would have neutralized a lot of the looting.
Yeah, it would.
The only issue I have is that when black people protest, they have cops out there ready. And you can look at the crowd. It's just nothing but teachers, parents with their kids. Why do you guys have nightsticks and a gas mask on?
Yeah. Well,
so that whole peaceful protest stuff, peaceful protest is always met with violent opposition. So to be honest with you, I don't mind. Let this motherfucker burn. But unfortunately, we're not ready for war.
Oh no, we're not. We're way up. We're not even. Man, we would flip on each other and probably go to the other side, man. The way some of these people are.
Well, allegedly, YouTube, FBI, CIA, whoever's listening, there are individuals ready for war, but as a collective, not as much. I'm going to take classes on how to use, how to defend, and I think that's the only thing we can do. But it's just frustrating. To the other caller, Tariq Nasheed, he made Hidden Colors, bro. That's a very powerful DVD that teaches a lot about our history.
I mean, it does, but when your people need you the most, I think the moral of the whole thing is like, not just him. I think he was just used as an example.
Not him.
But I think
Nick Cannon did it for the photo op.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that going on.
Kevin Sampson from Insecure, the light-skinned model dude. Yeah, he's biracial, and in a way, because he's biracial, he has some privilege, but he was out there on the front lines. He kind of got a rubber bullet sprayed, so I've been kind of following him, and he's a pretty powerful person. But yeah, I think the narrative is kind of changing. I'm more focused on Floyd, Breonna Taylor. I think the looting is all small stuff. I'm focused on cops not being held accountable.
Okay.
So, but the mayor of Atlanta, thank you, Keisha. I'm reading this on the paper. Keisha Lance Bottom. She fired all those cops that have been harassing college students.
You got notes, bro?
Yeah, that way I can get my, get my thoughts together.
All right.
But shout out to Keisha Lance Bottom. So shout out to the mayor of Louisville who fired the cops that killed the barbecue owner. How you doing out there in South Carolina? What's going on?
I mean, he had a little trouble in Columbia, but ain't much going on here. Ain't nothing about to go on here, man. This is a complete red state. Those situations is in blue states with weak mayors and weak governors.
Yeah. The mayor of San Francisco and Oakland, they're going to pay for this because they got a lot of parents pissed at them for imposing.
A lot of them are. Come November, a lot of them are.
Yeah, Trump, man. It's like Trump got to do a little bit better, man, because it's like he had it, and then kind of fumbled it, So it's kind of like, hey, I know he's trying to appease his other base, but it's like, damn, don't fumble the football, bro. You're right there. Biden messed up with Charlemagne.
Yo, well, Shy, I appreciate the call, man. I gotta go to some other.
All right, no problem. See y'all in the chat. Red pill up.
All right, man. Shout out to you. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's up?
Hey, Jada Black, what's good, man? This is Deontay calling from Philly, man.
What's good, man?
Check this out, man. We really need to honestly just continue to boycott everything. I'm out here in Philly, man. It's getting crazy out here.
Yeah, I heard.
Niggas smashing shit up and stuff like that.
Explosions. I heard there was explosions going out there too, huh?
Yeah, they exploding ATMs and stuff like that. But yeah, I wanted to say, like, we have to keep this momentum up because if we stop now, people gonna look at us like, hey, like, I guess y'all wasn't really serious, man. That's real. That's the only option. So
you gotta
wanted to touch on that.
Okay, we gotta turn into political power, man.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, I think it's just people need to mobilize and really think about, what is our long-term strategy? Because to me, it seems like people are, they're living for the right now, what's hot right now. But you really got to think about, as a people, how are we going into the future? Because, people say it's not going to just be a big boom, racism ends. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. All right, cool, man. Well, thanks for the call, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keep doing your thing.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to caller. All right. Yeah, man, this has to be converted into something. We got everybody's attention now. The eyes are on us. What are we going to do with it? We've been in this situation before and we completely failed. What can we do this time? But looking at the people who are quote unquote leading us, man, I'm not feeling so good about that, man. I'm really not. When somebody who's supposed to be leading you is telling the whole world they don't care about a target being burnt in their community, which equals jobs, even though it may not have been black people who done it, but the fact that you're glorifying it, you're going to be attached to that forever. That's going to be attached to you forever. You can't take it back. And when people think about that, they're going to, just like the girl that said that they wanted to save their weaves, that is forever going to be attached to her. Okay? Listen, I'm not for violence at all. Violence, let me tell y'all something. Black people cannot defeat anybody in no battles or no wars. I've studied warfare, throughout time, like even great armies get defeated, but it's usually because they were ill prepared. And we don't even have a big army. Okay. We're not nowhere near that. Black people love white people too much to go to war with them. I'm telling y'all. Y'all may think y'all may be, listen, don't be caught up in the moment. There are black people out there that still loves white people. Okay? Don't buy into that bullshit that they're just suddenly against white people, especially if you got a white spouse. Okay? So unless you're going to convert it into political power, which you're going to need, you're going to be a permanent underclass. And this is going to be nothing more than a way for one political party to get power over the other. That's what it's going to be. Y'all may not like it, but that's the reality of it. We're going to be used to get political power for one party over the other, instead of us taking the power and converting it into something that benefits us. It's going to benefit somebody else. Yeah, you got the Latin kings killing black people. They claim they're protecting the city, but they are getting into it with black people.
Agreed, Jado, in the comment section. I agree with you.
Appreciate that, Shaw. So I look at it from a reality standpoint. and being a realist. We can dream, you know. We can, you know, try to act like we're gonna build this utopia. Let me tell y'all something. That utopia don't include white women. It ain't gonna work out. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, without Caucasian women, it ain't gonna work out. I'm telling you, that's just the reality, man. That there is what we would want, and then there's the reality of it. And the reality is, if it ain't got no Beckys, you ain't about to have no utopia. That's just the truth. That is the truth. I see you, K. Patrick. Shout out to you commenting on the videos. I'll be seeing you there early. Yeah, we're going to have a very tough hangover in the next couple weeks. It's going to be tough, man. We have to walk down the sidewalks of businesses that were destroyed. We can't even go to those places anymore. A lot of those people in those neighborhoods ain't got no cars. So where they going to go to get stuff? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dollar Washer, man. It's good with you. Another public said we in trouble, Jay. Yeah, we in a lot of trouble, man. When we have to, when they listen, man, the kids is at home, the young ones, ain't no telling when they're going back to school. So that's gonna add on more stress over the summer because you don't know when your kids going back to school. You can't go to the store down the street. You're gonna have to, because a lot of these people ain't got no cars. They're gonna have to bus
divest from the
to
police.
The store.
Hit them in their pockets.
Divest from the police. We need our own security force, but again, it's the reality of it. We don't have it.
Red pill against the world. F it.
Exactly. And I am on a, y'all got to understand something. Okay, how am I gonna phrase this? I'm on a red pill journey that has seen many stops. And you're going to see things for what it is, the reality of everything. And the reality is that these communities are going to be worse than they were before. And there's going to be no jobs. The government can only do but so much for you. So what is there going to be left to do? It's going to be more chaos. It's going to be more chaos. It's going to be utter chaos. Let me tell y'all something. When the middle of June hits and it's hot, you know, and these businesses all boarded up, a lot of them are going to move out of those communities and never come back. They're going to move to the side of town that's way more protected and way more safer. In a couple of weeks, man, people are going to see the reality of what happens when you do everything the wrong way. There's nothing wrong with peaceful protest, but you have to convert that protest into voting for people who have your best interests at heart, because those people will protect you. Those people will make sure you have everything you need, that nobody fucks with you. Okay? Oh, it's going to go right back to that. It's going to go back to black men don't like to raise their kids. You know, we're the issues of why these kids are out of control. We're the reason why women are single mothers. How we don't have what it takes to wife up these women. It's going to go right back to that. We're going to become a target by everybody like we always are. And just when people is going to go back to work, now a lot of them ain't got no place to go back to work because the business is all boarded up. They're going to move out of those neighborhoods and they're not going to come back. They're not going to rehire some of those people. especially if you got these foreigners. These foreigners are not going to trust black people at their businesses anymore. I seen the Asian dude with the shotgun going after the people trying to rob his business. Like, we going back to the early 90s, man, on that shit, man. Early 90s LA. Even though we shouldn't even be supporting the foreigners, we should be supporting each other. But for years, I've heard excuses about how it's all about customer service. I'm not going to support you just because you black. Why are these prices so high? Well, who are you going to support? The foreigners who can just move up and move out your community when they feel like it? Who can treat you like shit? Y'all know how many videos we've seen of black women being disrespected by these dudes? And we didn't protest or nothing. When a black man tried to stand up for those black women, he goes to jail and they go right back to that business. I am not Democrat or Republican. I am in the center. We need a party that is for the libertarian minded black people who are for, I would say, a smaller government, but community that is led by a man. Doesn't mean that women can't, lead, but I'm just saying we've seen what women leading does to communities. We've seen it. They abandon those communities too. They go and they level up, quote unquote,
We need a third party that care about the people.
Yeah. Make sure that y'all like the stream, man. Like the stream. Shout out to the super chatters, man. Let me tell y'all something. Without logic, you get nowhere. Without thinking things through, without being careful and understanding the ramifications of your decisions years from now, understanding that without intelligence, without a fucking plan, you're not going to get very far. You're going to be running into a wall over and over and over again. That's what you're going to be doing. Yo, you're live.
Can you hear me?
Yo, what's going on?
Yo, peace, Jay. This is Southeast Dusty. All right.
Hey, what's up?
I was just thinking about something, man. All right, this thing has been set up since the beginning of the phony coronavirus, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's just talk about this. All right, so once we started off this thing, they already deployed the National Guard. What was the purpose of doing that? They claimed it was for to help out these people with these so-called vaccination and testing, but that was out there now. We already know that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Then they released these prisoners. What was the purpose of releasing the prisoners? To basically help out with this situation as far as like destruction of these neighborhoods, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then we got the RFID chips. I was just talking about this inside the chat. They know exactly where these partners are, and they know to come to those people because they have already been geotagged from the Apple update that happened last week, where they basically use the contact tracing and the facial ID recognition to know who you are with your mask on your face. Nobody ever even thought about the cameras that are sitting around the city.
Right. Yep. They not even think about the cameras.
Yeah, there are cameras on every single building in that city, especially around the I Street location in which all the trash and property has occurred.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, there are actually answers for people out there.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen ads of these activist jobs placed on light posts for the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically what you would do is take those, you call that number, and you would basically get yourself an activist job. What your job is to do is to go out and cause chaos. So I just wanted to speak on that. And on top of that, we're going to be some deep shit because of the fact that they're trying to make Trump the scapegoat, and he's playing that role perfectly. He's accepting the blame, so that way the people will flip the voting situation.
Yeah.
They will look to Democrats because MSNBC is running propaganda big time.
Yeah.
So once they flip over to Democrats, they're going to look to Democrats to so-called help them out. And we already got this digital currency set up for their asses. It's already set up for them.
Yeah, they're trying. Yeah, and they're definitely trying to do this to push people to vote Democrat. Yeah, these networks are sort of like the propaganda arm of the DNC for the most part.
Exactly. If you look at all the cities that are basically been torn down, they're led by Democrats. Minneapolis is led by Democrats. All they had to do was arrest those 4 men who killed this guy. And it would have been done. You may have had protests anyway, but it wouldn't have got to this point. It was purposely televised over and over for trauma programming. It's the same thing they did with 9/11. The coronavirus didn't work because they were trying to like it after 9/11. That didn't work, so they had to hit us with three separate racial incidents back to back. We didn't even get a chance to breathe, right? So when nobody had anything else to do, we had no jobs, we had no recreational situations. There was
when
no
idiots lead each other, destruction will follow.
People had to just watch TV and play PlayStation or something. So you get hit with these 3 stories back to back. And of course, they're going to light a fire on these people's asses because they're already out of work. They're upset. They can't do anything. And then you have these looters, and I'm not for the looting at all. Because it's going to leave everybody fucked up in a situation because you're going to have elderly who can't get their medication. You're going to have people who can't get their food. You have people who can't get products that they basically need. And all the streets are blocked off, so the trucks aren't coming in to deliver anything. And then if they do deliver anything, what are you going to deliver to? Boarded up buildings? And people fell for this trap, hook, line, and sinker, and they got something brand new for their ass.
Forgot to mention, salute Gavin Newsom for real.
0 means nothing. This is a free-for-all. Next year is on.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to put that out there.
Okay, cool. All right, cool, man. Well, thanks for the call, man. It's a good info, man. All right, man. Shout out to him. It's a good call, man. All right. Yo, you live. What's up?
Hey, what's going on with you, OG?
Nothing much, man. What's up with you?
Man, listen, I know I can't talk for that long, but I got to go on a little rant, OG. It's getting bad up out here.
All right, man. What's up?
So this is the thing. So I see what's going on with the rioting and stuff like that. Now, as a black man, like, you know what I'm saying, that hit me in the chest, like, that proved to me what happened to George Floyd is just, in America, your life ain't worth nothing as a black man to everybody else. You know what I mean? And I understand why the people outraged. Like, I know turning shit up and all that might seem wrong, but this is my thing. They didn't arrest that officer until after shit started getting tore up. You know what I mean? So for the people who say, oh, it's wrong, I get it's wrong, but it's like, at some point, something got to be done so we could be heard. You know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with all the looting and stealing and shit, but it's like, it shouldn't have took for a city to be torn up for a motherfucker that killed.
All I saw was an army of beta males
officer that killed a black man who was handcuffed in broad daylight in front of everybody. It shouldn't take turning cities down for him to get arrested, bro. That let you know what type of time they on. And another thing too, as far as like cause you know I'm from the Lou, OG, and like I'm St. Louis. Man, they done shot 4 police officers over here, right? They done burnt down the 7-Eleven. Niggas done set a police station on fire. It's getting real over it. And now this is my thing. Now I want you to be honest with me. Who are the first people called? Now I know it's a whole bunch of effed up police. I'm you know what I'm saying. I know that. But this is my thing. Who the first people somebody called when somebody get raped, get shot, get killed, get murdered, anything? Who they call first?
They call the police.
So if the police say F it, screw y'all, screw everybody, screw white people, Mexicans, black people, we ain't helping y'all niggas no more. Nigga, it's gonna be anarchy. You know what I'm saying?
It is gonna be
anarchy. I went to the gun store, right? You know what I'm saying? I got me a couple choppers because I told my girl, like, I had to teach her how to shoot a gun and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, how to hold it. Man, if people gonna start breaking in people's houses, like, you gonna have to mow their ass down. Like, I understand you should be doing that, but it's like, man, y'all got to protect our houses, protect our homes, protect our families.
It's like
one more thing, and that's it.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
But it's This whole thing was like a setup, because this is my thing. They ain't said nothing about that COVID-19 ever since these protests
they kind of forgot about that. Yeah, and that's not important no more. Yeah.
And then this is my thing too. The government, like, this is something that pissed me off. This is why I don't believe in voting, because we grew up. We didn't grow up in it, but well, we did grow up in it. But this country was built on white supremacy. Why do people think voting in a system that's built on white supremacy is gonna make it even for everybody? It doesn't work that way. And then I'm sorry, I'm keep brief. Like, one more minute. That's it.
All right.
The electoral college picked the president, not niggas voting. That's the electoral college is a couple of people from every state who actually pick who the president is. When y'all vote for the president, it doesn't mean anything. It counts for nothing, like, literally. And this is the last thing, now I'm done.
All right.
This whole thing was a setup. Like, you gotta understand, people riding, because you got people. It's 40+ million people unemployed. 30 million only actually get the benefits. Yeah. You got 10 million who not getting no. They ain't get their stimulus yet. They ain't getting unemployment. They ain't getting food stamps. They ain't getting no money. They get man. They said the mortgage thing, as far as you having to pay your rent, it's gonna happen like in a couple of weeks. They gonna start putting people on their ass outside. Yeah. It's gonna get worse. So my last thing, if you a black man or a black woman get strapped up, need to work something out with somebody where y'all can, you know what I'm saying, you gotta get out the city or whatever. Man, we got a curfew, bro. A curfew. They got the damn National Guard over here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting real. But salute to Jay, salute to the chat room, and get that bell to ring, anything.
All right,
that's
cool,
all
man.
I got to say, and have a good day.
All right, man. You too, man. Thanks for the call, bro.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Shout out to the young brother there. Salute to Trevon. What's good? Yeah. Take it away. Yeah. COVID-19 is not as important. They don't care about people getting in large groups if they're causing mayhem and havoc that they, defend or protest. And y'all notice they don't care about gathering in large groups anymore. Without masks, because I did see a lot of people protesting without masks. I did. There was some that did, but I saw a lot of people didn't have no goddamn mask on.
If you think things are bad now, can you imagine if that cop gets little to no time?
Yeah, that's why I say it's imperative he gets time. That he spends a lot of time in jail.
What up?
But as far as guns is concerned, there was a sheriff in South Florida that basically told residents that if you got a gun and somebody tries to break into your house, you have every right to blast them away. He basically said that. So if you are armed and you're in an area where the sheriff is like, it is what it is, and somebody tries to break into your home, you have every right to defend yourself. Absolutely. If people are dumb enough to try to run up in somebody's house, they're going to be another casualty. One week we talking about the rising cases. The next week, they have every right to protest in groups. They should not be in the house. But you just wanted us in the house. You just told us we need to shelter in place and be 6 feet apart. I ain't seen large gatherings like that since before the lockdown. And the media is like, well, they are protesting and it doesn't matter anymore. That's how it be, man. Shout out to Lara and shout out to Lara D-Stroke, becoming members. Well, Lara is becoming a member. That D-Stroke was already one. I see you, Poetic. Shelter in place. We need to curve. We need to flatten the curve. 6 feet apart. Social distance. What happened to all that? What happened to slow the spread? What happened to the governor of California putting out all these rules about what people can do? New York, the same way. Arresting people on site if they out of the house or they're not distancing or wearing masks. What happened to all that? Like, seriously, what happened to all that? Yeah, what happened? all those people gathering together, there should have been a ton of new cases. CNN. Hey, MSNBC. What happened to trying to stop the virus, and we can't leave the house until we have a vaccine? Where's the vaccine talk? Where is the mayors of some of these cities saying that we're going to arrest people if they are out in public without a mask, or they're gathering together in certain areas? You couldn't even be in the park. Now they don't give a shit because they think it's going to help them politically. A lot of these people are going to lose their seats. A lot of these mayors are going to lose their positions. They're going to get ousted. Especially the one in New York, that the governor is threatening to basically uproot the mayor of New York because he's allowing the city to get ransacked. But this is what happens when you try to play politics.
They hoping that the heat will kill COVID-19.
I think a lot of people is hoping that, they say 200 new cases. Well, the governor is going to open regardless, because there's a lot of older people in South Carolina, just like there's a lot of older people in Florida, but you're going to have to open regardless. And with all this protesting going on, they don't really care. They don't care if 1,000 new cases came. They wouldn't care. Because again, a lot of those people are gonna, a lot of those people may not be as infected as it seems. I can't think of the words right now. But there may be cases, but positive tests, But we are in a crazy time right now, man. We are definitely in a crazy time, man. And the blue check marks don't make it any better. Like, they really don't. Shout out to K. Patrick.
Trump did say one day the virus will just disappear. And everybody called him crazy. Also, Mayor of New York daughter was arrested in protest.
Yeah, he did say that. People gonna say he's crazy because they don't like him. The lamestream media doesn't like him, so they're gonna label him crazy. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if the mayor of New York is weird. So his daughter was, she looks weird. So it wouldn't surprise me that she's out there doing that. She's rebelling. Against the same, thought that that's in her house. So, all right, let's go back to Twitter real quick. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's trending right now. Demonstrations continue past curfew in New York and D.C. Yo, what's up?
Hey Jay, how are you?
I'm good. What's
BK?
What's good, BK? Long time no hear, huh?
Well, sometimes I be in the bushes, and I see here and there from everybody, but then I take a break.
Okay. All right.
Okay. It's too much to process. I want to be realistic because I just heard what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
With this here that's happened, the looters and all the people that's doing all this expose a lot of things, just like the pandemic did about this country.
Mm-hmm.
The looters kind of exposed as far as not just your local governors of each state, including going up to the higher ups, to Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
It showed them how they're not capable of handling this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Every 25, how many years in between when we had a lot of, we call it every cop killing is different. This one here is way different than all the rest because it from what's his name? Oh Lord, now I'm getting blank. 25 years. Well, you was young out in California, out there in California, and from the one in Baltimore, the one it used to just take place in just that local city. You're talking about nationwide and even across the board, from London, Tokyo, Berlin. Everybody don't seen this video. And why? Because this pandemic, most of these people out here that's protesting, I'm including the one that's doing it peacefully and the one that's out here, this rah-rah, they're young. A lot of people's unemployed. Majority of how many? I don't know what's the number that's unemployed in this country. They're not in school. Why? Because of the pandemic.
Yeah. That's why they need to go back to school in the fall.
Yeah, they're not going to go back to school in the fall. So
yeah, because right now I have on my screen a big old crowd protesting outside the White House, and these people are not social distancing, and the media is going to make all types of excuses for this. No social distance. I don't see a lot of masks. These people are just standing out here.
That's the thing. There's no mask. There is no
look at
mask.
this. No social distancing at all. So yes, them kids need to be back in school in the fall. People need to be able to go back to work. This is bullshit.
But see. Let me tell you something. It's always a lot of people say it's going to be. It's always political. Of course it is. This is an election year, and guess what? Guess who's taking notes from all this? China and Russia.
Right.
They taking notes and they seeing our weaknesses.
They know that race will always be a divider of us. Always. And it can always be used.
Listen, like I said, racism, please, they've been around. That's never going to change. Okay, everybody asks themselves, okay, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Because now everybody's watching. We got the attention.
Media.
Where do you
they
take that attention, and where you go from there? I think maybe there should be a policy, some type of policy as far as within that, by law, if Congress can pass, and within the police precinct of holding these officers accountable, because it's going to affect their salary, it's going to affect their retirement, and I guarantee maybe somewhat. I'm not saying whether it would stop it completely, but if you held these police officers accountable as far as there should be a law, some type of policy passed by that. Maybe it might start slowing it down. But if it's not going to never happen, so it's going to keep continuing. We can cry racism all day long.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Racism always been a plague.
Yeah,
it's not changing. That shit ain't changing.
And that's the thing, it's going to be ingrained. It's always going to be used to attack each other. White people against white people.
It is what it is, though. But I'm not just looking. I'm looking past that now. I'm looking that as far as
being rebellious,
with
my
black people
kid
now,
would be homeless.
What can they do as far as to move past this or to be very effective? And I still say economic power. That's what they understand.
Yes, absolutely. But BK,
and I'm sorry, huh?
I was gonna say I gotta go, but yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate you calling in though. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks. You have a good one.
All right. You too. All right. Shout out to BK.
Okay.
All right. Shout out to her. Been a while since she called in, huh? But Yeah, man. I'm about to go ahead and close it down. But I just wanted y'all to see the social distancing that's going on. All these people be on social media telling people, why aren't you wearing your mask? Why aren't you social distancing? Look at these people, man. You talk about hypocrisy. Look at all this hypocrisy. All these people, for whatever reason, are at the White House protesting. Let me tell you something. You can protest all day and all night. You're not going to be able to, and somebody said in the chat, you're not going to be able to legislate racism. You either need to accept the fact that people aren't going to like you, or you don't. You're not going to be able to write into law that people cannot like you because of what you look like. Look at all that Rona. And I wouldn't be surprised if these people aren't hooking up with each other. So, yeah, there's a lot of Rona to go around in that crowd, people. There's a lot of Rona to go around there. Listen, they're just going to be white people that aren't going to like black people. You can't legislate it. You can stand out there all you want to, and I know it ain't cool outside. No social distancing whatsoever. These will be the same people on social media getting mad if you're in a group because you're not social distancing. You're not wearing your mask. Well, what are all these people doing? Look at how much the Rona is getting around in there. If some of those people get sick, I don't want to hear nothing about, them telling other people they need to social distance. You're literally standing outside, shoulder to shoulder with other people during more like a pandemic, but pandemic, and you're all up in people's faces. I've told y'all about being up in people's face. If you don't want that Rona, don't be up in people's face. But guess what? Because they want to prove a point to Trump, they're willing to be up in other people's face just so they can prove a point. What point are you going to prove? You're spreading that Rona. Look at this. But these same snowflakes will be on social media telling other people, you're not wearing your mask. You need to be social distancing. These will be the same people. Look at this. Just look at this. Just look at this. No distancing whatsoever. Wow. No distancing going on whatsoever. Putting the fist up. Look at the white people putting the fist up. Probably done said the N-word more than anybody, putting their fists up. You liberal white people can't fool me. I know you done call black people the N-word. Spreading that Rona around D.C. Let me tell y'all something. If you're in D.C., avoid these people. Avoid these people. Look at this. You got older people out here who are susceptible to getting the Rona, and look at what they're doing. Look at this. What point are you proving? You're supposed to be social distancing. We've been sitting in the house since March. And look at what these people are doing. What you're not proving, you can't, let me tell you something, as much as I love my black people, you're not going to be able to legislate racism. You either need to deal with it or not, or don't. Just that simple. Just that simple. You're probably standing shoulder to shoulder with a closeted racist and you don't even know it. But you out here, look at this, spreading the Rona that they claim that they want other people to stop the spread of. But look at what they're doing. Look at that. Just look at that. In every major city near you, they have been doing protests where they've been shoulder to shoulder up in people's faces. Stop being up in other people's faces. Because you're going to be spreading more than that Rona. TSK, I'm talking about these people gathering in front of the White House spreading that Rona. Shoulder to shoulder, face to face with other people, all up in other people's face. And we've been sitting in the house since March because we wanted to avoid this. We can't even have, y'all got to understand, we can't even have sports right now because they are afraid that we're gonna spread the Rona. But it's okay for these people to gather like this in front of the White House for no reason. Nothing's gonna be accomplished from this. So what is the point of this? You got people from out of state also in the crowds. They're going to spread whatever they have to wherever they go back to. This is absolutely ridiculous. But we got to hear the media talking about how the numbers are just growing. Well, no shit. You got all these people up in other people's faces. Some white people was in the crowds because they were bored. Jay, they had nothing better to do. Probably not, Sarah. Some of them are probably tourists. They just want to see what was going on. They just want to be a part of the crowd. Look at this. Look at these. This is actually a good view right here of the crowd. This is actually a good view. But yeah, man, this is man, I don't want to hear nothing from the lamestream media talking about slowing the spread. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, man. This is the Twitter, man. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, man. Also, go and check this video out that I did today. Go check this video out too on the Basic Social Politics channel, man. Make sure y'all go and do that.
They were using any excuse to get out the house. Being spiteful will get you killed.
We should that dollar wash. Yeah, I mean, they definitely wanted out of the house. They've been in the house. They've been constrained. And they are using what's going on as an excuse. It's sad, but it's true. Let's see. This other video I posted today. Make sure y'all go and check it out. Oh, yeah, make sure y'all check out this video. Also, make sure y'all subscribe. Subscribe to Basic Social Politics, man. Go subscribe to it. Some of the videos I have up now. Yo, definitely check this out. I'm going to do another one part to that one, maybe soon. So y'all definitely need to check that out. Very much so rebellious. Very much so rebellious. Let's see Let's see who's Orlando protests. Let's see what's going on here in Orlando. Sniper spotted on Bank of America. Jeez. They weren't in this riot gear earlier. This seems ominous. Can anyone explain why I can't see any badge numbers? You spotted what looked like a man in combat uniform with a sniper. See, look at all the craziness that happens during these times. Let's see. Keke Palmer It's trending. Kiki engaged with National Guard soldiers on Tuesday in Los Angeles, speaking against President Donald Trump's rhetoric and requesting the armed officers march with the protesters. This is the video.
You have a president talking about the Second Amendment as a use for people to come out here and use firearms against the people that are protesting. This is the messages that we're seeing. I don't know if you on social media, because the news don't tell you everything, but you have to pay attention to what's going on, or else we have a president that's trying to incite a race war. And when the borders are closed, we can't leave. You have people in here that need your help. This is when you and y'all.
Speaking of a photo op, yo, it's kind of hard for me to take Keke Palmer seriously because of some of the comments that she has made, the accusations that she threw around at another black man. It's just kind of hard to take this seriously. Like, come on, man. And people are praising this. Y'all just praise anybody, huh? Y'all just praise anybody, huh? Y'all just praise anybody. And what she got to understand is those guys probably don't like Trump either. They're just doing their job. Just like she does her job when she's on TV.
Talking about the Second Amendment as a use for.
Bro, I know they're getting irritated listening to that voice. I couldn't listen to that voice every day, man. I swear I couldn't listen to that voice every day, man. I couldn't listen to that voice every day, man. Jeez. Well, that's it for me, people. That's all I have to say, man. Make sure y'all like the stream as you come in. Definitely see y'all on the next one. Y'all take care. Follow me on social media. If you need to send me content or just emails in general, here's my email. Send it to me, okay? All right. And yeah, Ed needs to gotta go. I've been on long enough. I'll see you on the next live, all right?
Wow.